let's do one thing. Let's take a parameter. So we'll take a parameter and let's call this metal color, and in the label we'll call it metal, and set this to color, and we'll multiply it. Just make sure that your that the specular value comes into the first one, so you'll get the output will automatically be a BSDF, because if we switch it and if the color comes first, then you'll see that the product becomes a vector, and then that won't work. So you have to make sure that the first one is the BSDF, then it will work fine. Okay, so so there's that. And then secondly, I want to set up the Fresnel value. So the way you do that is if you type Fresnel or Fresnel, then you'll get the basic thing. But the problem here is that it goes from like 0 to 1. And if you look at V-Ray or any of them, then you set up values like 1.5 or 1.6. So what you need to do, which is relatively simpler, is we just need to set up like a divide. So we'll take a constant that's my base. This will be at 1. I'll take another parameter. I'll call it metal Fresnel. Okay, and or I'll just call it metal IOR. And this is a float value. The default is I'm going to keep it to 10, and then divide them. We just have to set this up once, because then we can do a copy paste and that will work. And this goes into ETA. Okay, so that'll give me the way V-Ray works, okay, or any of the other ones work. And then the KR, which is the reflection, that comes out here. So that's basically it. If I'll set my default color to let's say, and let's just hit render, and that should give me a much better result now. So there you go. So that's your basic metal. Now I can switch on the HDR, which I turned off before. So let me just come in here. We'll take the HDR and I'll turn it on, and yeah, there you go. So that's better. If I come back to my ShopNet and let me like if I start to lower this, if I take this to 5, or if I take it to 1.5, then the reflection value automatically goes down. Let's keep this to 10, and then if I take the roughness down, then you'll get a much more cleaner metallic shader. So you can define how much you want. Now if you don't want to have a single color and you want something like a fall off, then what we can do is, instead of using this guy, I'll take a ramp parameter, and I'll use that.